Hello, everyone, and welcome to more Killer Frequency, where we're kind of solving a bunch of murders at once, if you think about it. You know, there's obviously all the murders that are happening now, like, as things are happening, but then there's also, like, we're trying to figure out who killed George Barrow. We're maybe trying to figure out who the original Whistling Man killer was and who killed him. You know, there's so many options when you think about it. So many options. How are you doing, Cellison? Hi, Night Owl. You know, this image gives me gives a really interesting point. Is there a car outside? Could we drove, right? Could we not just leave, maybe? So anyway, I promised you guys, for those of you who were at the stream yesterday, I promised you that I had been making notes and thinking about it. This is just a list of the victims. Because I was trying to think about it, right? We agree that the killer seems to be going after people that were involved in George Barrow's death. And I was trying to think about it, and I was like, but they don't all make sense, right? I was like, there's the kid in the maze and all that. So I was trying to think through. So I was rewatching it with Heck because she wanted to see it. And went through the list of victims, and I wrote them down so I could figure it out. So there's two things. I have the victims. There was Sheriff Matthews. Obviously, he was sheriff at the time, which means he's old, by the way. That means he's an old sheriff, because George Barrow died like 20-ish years ago. So Sheriff Matthews has been sheriff for a while. Only one hesitation, and wasn't it blown up? No gas in your car. That's true. That's true. Seahawk. So then Heck actually figured this out. She was quick to think this. The person that gets killed in the very beginning in the tutorial, when we're walking around and just teaching us how to walk, and then somebody gets jumped. Heck was like, that was Clive. That had to be Clive. We were right outside KFAM, and we sort of like go into this like back room, which was probably the janitor's closet back room or whatever that we went into. That we go into later as Forrest. So she was like, that was Clive. Clive was actually probably like the first one that died. And it makes sense. He was paid to cover it up. Then we have Sandra Sharp, who found the body and lied about it. And then we had Maurice Russell, who was a reporter, and he says that he reported back on the original Whistling Man. So that's connected. Then, of course, we have Virginia Sullivan, the coroner. Then the kid in the maze, because this is the one that was confusing me the most, all right? I was like, why would the Whistling Man, if this is all about George Barrow, some thing that was murdered 20 years ago, why would they go after this kid in the corn maze? Maybe it's non-related. But then I watched it back with her, and his name is Eugene Stein, which means his parents were the Stein. And he even says, because we tell him, like, maybe you should go home to your parents, and he says, my parents are dead. So his mom was Kim Walker, who married P. Stein, and they both died in that train accident. So I guess the killer couldn't get back on Kim Walker, and instead we're going to go after his kid, which sucks. Which sucks to go after the kid, but there he is. Then, of course, there's Murphy at the waste station, and Murphy taunted the killer over the radio, so that makes sense. And then there was Carrie with her friends, but they didn't kill Carrie. They only killed the pranksters. So the theory that Heck and I came up with is that the Whistling Man fiasco was already a thing, right? George Barrow died 20 years ago. The Whistling Man died in the 50s. So we think, based off the autopsy reports of George Barrow having been running from something and then hitting his head and drowning, that we think they probably pranked him. They were probably it was his friends dressing up as the Whistling Man. They scared him. He went running through the corn maze, whatever, the foliage. He hit his head. He drowned. And then, of course, for some reason or another, they freaked out and covered it up instead of telling the police that it was a freak accident. And I don't know who that person is yet, but it makes sense then. The first thing is premonition. It'll be you in the end. Also possible. But Heck, was like, it must have been the Whistling Man, which makes sense then why they're doing it on Whistling Man night instead of just some random night. And they're going after not only the people that were involved in whatever happened 20 years ago, but they're going after other people that are doing the same stupid shit that got George Barrow killed in the first place. And when we're trying to figure out, well, who would have the motivation to pay someone to cover all this up, she, of course, mentions the mayor candidate that calls in, Tim Gallows Jr., I think is his name. And so I went back and I watched his thing where we talked to him ever so briefly, and he mentions our current mayor's name is Linda Cartwright. And Maisie Cartwright is the one who played Dawn in that high school play with George Barrow. So obviously that connects the Cartwright family. I assume Maisie could be, I don't know, well, it wouldn't be daughter per se, because if it was 20 years ago, and Linda's current, no, it could be. Linda's currently mayor, so she could be an older woman. So maybe Maisie is her daughter, and Maisie is obviously the one that's calling in and being Dawn and trying to get us to play her song, which we should do before I forget. So I've got a lot of things thinking up here. It hasn't brought me any closer to figuring out who the killer is. My best assumption is, I don't think I brought it up here, that playbill. Can I leave to look at stuff? Probably not. Oh, I can. This silly game is really deep. Yeah, they've connected a lot of things. So yeah, there's the Stein. So Kim Walker, we know that.
Big shot. Hit the button and take the call.
Don't tell me what to do, Peggy. So yeah, these are the Steins. So that was obviously, that Eugene Stein is related to them. Let's see if I just leave, if that's a problem. I don't think it'll let me.
The line's lit up. I need to take the call.
I will. This is just regular January closet. Anyway, you'll just have to take my word for it, right? We'll look at the other stuff later. But, yeah. Okay, alright, I'm coming. They're freaking out. So yeah, I thought all of that was interesting. Hey, does this play? Does this work? So yeah, I assume that Maisie is related to it now.
Hit the button. We have a caller.
I don't know why she's doing it now instead of later. Or instead of earlier. Why did she wait 20 years? Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe she was a teenager when it happened. Alright, but let's get into it before they yell at me more.
Welcome to 189.16 The Scream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Hi, Forrest. I know this is really out of the blue with everything happening
Ponty?
tonight, but I wondered if you could send a special birthday message to my uncle.
You know what? I'd welcome a change of pace. I'd be glad to.
Thank you, Forrest. He's my Uncle Ronnie. first name's Peter, but he never liked his name. But since he always had salt and pepper hair, even as a kid, can you believe it? Folks always called him Pepper.
Thanks for the history lesson. Is there anything besides happy birthday you would like to say to Mr. Pepper? Oh my god damn it!
Yes! Tell him he can get the best birthday deals and party packages here at Putney's Pizza, starting at just...
You son of a bitch! Stop calling us!
Sorry, Forrest. Let's just move on. We've already got another caller on the line.
This is 189.16, The Scream. I'm Forrest Nash. You're on the air, caller. Caller. Ponty.
Ponty's Pizza always delivers! Come rain or sleet or whistling man, we'll be there!
Forrest? Forrest? Are you okay?
No.
Forrest?
I hope the whistling man gets him with his own pizza slicer.
Forrest, you can't say that on the
Forrest.
Sorry, that was too much.
It's okay. It's been a high-stress night. Don't worry about him anymore, okay? Not for tonight, anyway. I think he's spent for now. We've got another call, whenever you're ready.
Just...
Folks, don't spend your money at Ponty's Pizza. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving along, I'd like to welcome another caller to 189.16 The Scream. With me, Forrest Nash. Who may I say is calling?
Well, hello again, Forrest.
Don. I bet I know why you're calling.
Yeah, I got
I'm
distracted.
sorry I didn't play your song. There's a lot going on. But please,
Never mind that now. First, I'm calling because I need your help.
Fuck. I wonder what happened if I'd remembered to play your song earlier.
are you in danger?
I sure am.
Do you mean
Yes, he's after me now.
you?
I think so. He must have heard me on the radio helping you.
Pizza, pizza.
Helping? You didn't exactly help.
Maybe I've been helping more than you know. I was out following a lead, trying to work out who would be next, after Chuck.
And what happened?
And I started to feel like I was being followed. I came back to my apartment building, but this newfangled security system has me locked out. I need you to help me get inside.
Oh, God.
Don't you have a key to get in?
Only for the apartment door. The front gate requires an entry code. The future is electronic, I guess. I need that code to get inside.
Which apartment block do you live in? Maybe one of our listeners lives there too.
It's the New Woodside apartment building between the town hall and the trailer park, but I doubt any of your listeners live there. I don't have many neighbors.
Sounds like a prime piece of real estate.
The sound really carries at night. Shit.
I'm guessing you're not a dog person.
No, I'm not. It's my neighbor's dog. Boy, I wish he'd muzzle that thing and... Oh. And now he's blasting David Scopo out of his window. This night can't get any... The whistling man. He's coming down the street. I don't think he's seen me yet. Forrest, please. I need your help. I need the code for that security system, or I'm gonna die.
How do we know she's not just using us to get into somebody else's apartment, though?
Can you get your neighbor's attention?
That the whistling man will see me, Forrest. I can't do that.
What's your neighbor's name?
I don't know my neighbors, remember? Please, I need to get in.
What's the name of the security system?
There's a sticker on the box. It says Starling Security 4000. There's a keypad, and it looks like it wants a 6-digit number.
Starling Security 4000, huh?
That's right. Very newly installed. I need the key code before the Whistling Man gets me.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Don.
Thank you, Forrest. I knew I could count on you.
I don't trust her.
I'll sit out of sight. Call me back soon.
All right, folks. Here's a little tune for you all to enjoy while I try to break Dawn into her apartment.
I'll play her song this time.
A classic backed by popular demand. This is Long Ride Home by the Barn Finds. You were pretty quiet there, Peggy.
Forrest, was it just me, or was there something...
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Something was weird about that.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, we have a Starling 4000 or whatever here at KFAM. Clive bought one for the station. Maybe we can find something to help. Well, I'm not sure who, but to help someone.
It's her. She's the Whistling Man, and she's trying to get into somebody else's place to murder them.
Okay, so she's locked out of the Woodside Apartments, and somewhere Clive probably has the papers for the Starling 4000. Starling 4000 user manual. Ah, these codes should come in handy.
Yeah, but see, the story of love, the tragedy, and betrayal, starring Maisie Cartwright as Dawn, George Barrow as Henry, Marie Campbell as Anne. From when they were in high school. Oops. Alright. Let's take a look at this real quick. Entering codes, commands, can repeat impressions must be made within 4 to 5 seconds of one another. Oh. Entry will be aborted and must repeat from the beginning. Ensure to be with professional performing procedures. Make a mistake while entering security code. Stop. Press the star, then start over. Stop in the middle while entering code and immediately start the entry over. An erroneous code might be entered. State-of-the-art security system uses 6-digit code system. Simply enter the code in the keypad and feel total peace of mind. Okay. Maintenance call, alarm test, warning, deactivation code, and entry code. Okay. She said she was in the Woodside Apartments. Is that on here somewhere? Think so. Oh yeah, there, right there. Woodside Apartment. So she's right next to the trailer park.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
The Starling 4000 security manual. It's got a bunch of codes.
Good. And did you find anything else?
Nothing except the manual.
All right. Well, I'll get Dom back on the line then, Forrest. I'll let you take it from here.
Thanks,
Wait,
Peggy.
was I supposed to pick up that thing that had
When
the
you're
list
ready,
of
shut the music off.
where it was installed as well? Wait. I could bring that up here too. I can bring the other thing up here too. Not if they haven't changed the default codes.
When you're ready, shut the music off.
No, that's the autopsy report. That's the police report.
Okay, Forrest, shut the music off.
I'm busy. No, it was back here.
Order delivery form. Starling must have left this by accident. This system's not even installed at Woodside.
Time to turn the music off.
I mean, I knew as a player. I wasn't thinking about that they might need to see it. I wonder if it's too late, though, to have triggered the correct dialogue options. So, yeah, so she's probably
okay, Forrest,
at...
shut the music off.
So we know that they've already taken out Christine's gas and repair. I don't see that Ricky Roller would be a...
Time to turn the music off.
She's got to be lying, yeah. Woodside Apartments, 42 Carpenter Avenue. It was delivered, but it hasn't been installed yet. And that is the address that George
Okay, Forrest,
Barrow
shut the music off.
used to live at.
Line 1, whenever you're ready.
Don, are you there? This is Forrest Nash from 189.16, The Scream.
Oh, thank God you're back. I've been so afraid. What's the code to the gate?
Maintenance call code. Alarm test deactivation entry code.
The code is 191519.
Thank you, Forrest. Son of a bitch. Ah!
Is she?
Is that a gunshot?
Yeah, stay out! Nobody disrespects the sanctity of
She
the
was
ring!
trying to get into Roller Ritz.
Don't ever come back here again! I'm calling the cops!
Thank God.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ricky, get back inside and turn on the radio. Whoever that was, she was trying to break into the ring.
She? Forrest, man, you got no idea. That was him! That was the whistling man! The alarm gave me just enough time to get my rifle. I don't like hurting folk, but I can't let anything happen to Maxie. He's my best friend, you know? Listen, man, I'm heading back inside. Gonna barricade that window.
Right, the dog,
My man,
the music, it all makes
thank
sense.
You and Peggy can skate for free whenever you want, forever. That's a done deal.
Thanks, Ricky. Can't wait.
You got it. Talk to you soon.
Okay, Gallows Creek. Here's some music while we process what just happened.
So, the whistling man is a woman?
I had my suspicions.
Yeah, sure, Forrest. You just never mentioned it. She called up. You spoke to her multiple times.
I knew she wasn't right.
Is that right, Sherlock? Why do you think she requested that song?
I mean, maybe she actually wanted it. Could be her favorite killing song.
Ugh, that's awful. So, what now?
I guess I should make an announcement. We do have new info.
Okay, kill the music and you can make the announcement. Okay, you're live in 3, 2...
Hey folks, this is Forrest Nash here. I hope you're all safely locked inside. For those of you listening to that last call, you might be wondering what to make of it all. Here's our take. We now believe the killer is actually a woman. One who might manipulate you into letting her in before she attacks you. I'm sad to say, but it's time to trust no one. The killer was calling themselves Dawn. This could be a fake name. If anyone needs help or you have info on the killer, please call in. You folks have my new number, right? It's 911. Hopefully, our next caller can help shed some light on our killer.
Hey, we had a call come in.
Okay, folks, time to take a call.
Yeah, that the Woodside Apartments that's listed here is where George Barrow used to live. 42 Carpenter Avenue.
I have a caller waiting.
Oh my god. They're so...
This is Forrest Nash, and you're listening.
Please help me. My name is Casey Moore. I'm at 25 Nancy Drive. My best friend's been stabbed. He's bleeding everywhere. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
What's Marie Moore? Casey Moore, I don't know the name.
Somebody's been stabbed? Can you tell me what happened?
We'd been out at the reservoir. We were heading back to his place when we heard this whistling all of a sudden. He just started freaking out. He screamed at me, told me to hide. I'd never seen him like that, and I just panicked and ran and hid in a bush.
Oh no. Forrest.
Then what happened?
He went up the road and talked to someone. I couldn't really hear or see anything. It sounded like he might have known the person, and they just stabbed him.
Casey, was his attacker the whistling man?
The who? They had a mask and wore all black? That's all I know. Please, we need help here.
I'll get you help, but I need to know. Where did the masked person go?
They left. They left him to bleed out. I waited until they were gone, then dragged him into the garage and called 911.
Wait, why didn't she make sure he was dead?
I don't know. I think I heard them say something like, "It's not so funny now, is it?" before they left, but please, he needs to get to the hospital. I can't drive, so we need an ambulance.
Ambulance isn't working.
Forrest, the ambulance was destroyed in the explosion at the gas station. You should get all the info you can.
What's your friend's name, Casey?
It's Jason Parker.
Can you tell us where Jason was stabbed?
They stabbed him in the stomach, and then stabbed him again in his leg when he was on the ground, and it's... Oh, the knife is still there in his leg.
We'll be right back. Peggy, patch us through to the hospital.
On it. Phoning St. Gabriel's now. Switch to line 2.
Hello, St. Gabriel's Hospital. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Forrest Nash from 189.16. We have a stab victim at 25 Nancy Drive named Jason Parker. He's been stabbed in the stomach and the leg. He's bleeding heavily.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. But the ambulance is... well, you know.
I know, but please, we need something, or he's going to die.
Forrest, listen, you're going to have to get him here. We need to see him, and we can't get there ourselves right now.
We don't have any way to drive him right now. And even if we did, he's bleeding out fast.
All right, listen. We need to buy him time to get here. That means stopping the blood first, and then finding someone to stabilize him. To stabilize him, you really need someone with first aid training. Do either of you have any?
No.
Me neither.
Damn it. I'm really sorry about this, but I have other patients who can't wait. All I can do is talk you through the procedure as quick as I can, and then leave the rest to you. You think you can handle that?
No.
Hit me. I'm sure we can handle it.
Okay, from the top. If he's bleeding out, then you need to get him comfortable and try to stem the bleeding.
Stem the
Lay
bleeding.
him down.
Lay him down.
Apply continuous pressure directly to the affected areas. When the bleeding slows, get a clean cloth of some kind and hold it over the wounds.
Get
Cloth
them comfortable. Apply pressure.
Clean
Clean
cloth.
cloths when slowed. Got it. I think.
You said he was stabbed, right? If the object he was stabbed with is still in him, don't take it out. It's stopping the worst of the bleeding right now. If anything, you should secure it so it stays where it is.
I wouldn't have thought of that. It makes sense, though.
I've watched enough Grey's Anatomy, I know
God,
that.
that was a lot of info. But I think we can handle this.
I can do this.
Glad you got it so far, because there's more to go.
Fuck.
I'm still with you, Doc. What else do we need to know?
If he's lost a lot of blood, he may enter shock. If he does, act fast. If you applied a cloth and it's bleeding through, don't remove it. Just apply another on top of it. If it's safe, elevate his legs to get blood circulating to his vital organs. Try to keep him warm. Get him to rest and reassure him. We need the patient to stay calm.
All right, don't replace bandages, elevate his legs, keep him warm and calm. This is a lot.
I'm really sorry. That's as much as I can give you right now. Try to stop the bleeding, find someone to get him stabilized, and get him here as quick as you can. Good luck.
All right, Forrest. Casey's still on line 1.
Hello? Hello, Forrest, are you there?
Okay.
I'm here. How is Jason doing?
Badly, he's still bleeding. I need help. I've been putting pressure on his stomach wound since you left,
It's good.
but he's still bleeding.
It's bad.
I don't know what to do.
That's good, Casey. The nurse said to do that.
What about the knife in his leg? It's gotta be hell. Should I pull it out?
No, don't touch the knife. The bleeding will get worse if you pull it out.
Are you sure? I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making suggestions.
No, don't worry, Casey. We're a team here. We're all going to get Jason through this. Casey, is his leg wound bleeding right now?
I hate looking at that knife. Yeah. It's bleeding. His stomach is worse, though.
I think we need to secure the knife so it doesn't move around. Do you have anything you can tie around it?
Yeah. There's some laundry piled up on top of the dryer, some cloths on the hood of the car, and what else? I guess I've got my jacket.
Sorry about this, Casey. I think it's best we use your jacket. It's probably less likely to bleed through.
It's just a jacket. Give me a second. Here we go. I'm sorry, Jason. It's secure. I'm putting pressure on his stomach again. Oh, I'm starting to think we might make it.
Forrest, can I have a word?
Yeah.
Casey, I'm gonna have a quick word with Peggy. Keep putting that pressure on and let us know when the bleeding is under control. You're doing great.
But what if something happens?
We'll still be here. Just shout if you need anything, and we'll be there. I promise.
Okay. I'll wait. Jason, please be okay.
What, Peggy?
What's up, Peggy?
We can't stay on the line with her all night. Dawn is still out there. What if other people need us?
You're right. She's probably on her way to her next target right now.
Exactly. And you heard the nurse. We need someone there with training who can stabilize him. He's got to get to the hospital somehow.
They're on Nancy Drive. Okay, Nancy Drive is right here. Somewhere on Nancy Drive. Axedown Lane? Why do we have a street called Axedown Lane? And the hospital's up here. It's not like super far, but you know. Oops.
Could somebody nearby help them? Maybe drive them to the hospital?
You know, that's exactly what I was wondering.
Do you have anybody in mind?
I might. A little before you started working here, KFAM did a mandatory first aid training course. Me and Karen missed it because we were away on a producer getaway.
You skipped it, didn't you? Never mind. So, how does KFAM's first aid course help us?
Casey said they're at 25 Nancy Drive, right?
Yeah? Why?
They put up a bunch of cheap houses around there about 10 years ago. So a bunch of people here at the station live around there.
Do you think any of them could help Casey and Jason?
Probably, but I don't know who lives there. And since I missed the training day, I don't know who knows first aid.
Could you call them and ask?
Useless.
I don't know everybody's numbers.
Useless.
I've only ever called Karen. Everybody's personnel info is probably in Reggie's office.
Got it. I'll look through their files in Reggie's office. It's a life or death situation. I'm sure they won't mind.
You have a key?
Right. But there are a couple of problems with that.
Go on.
It's sensitive information, so Reggie probably locked it in his safe.
Great. Great. Do you have any idea what the combo for the safe could be?
Not a clue. Reggie's a serial note taker, though. Maybe something in his office will give it away. Right. There is something else.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Have you ever heard, "The future is floppy"?
Peggy, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about floppy disks.
Okay.
Floppy disks are like these futuristic things that have information on them.
Futuristic.
You put them in a computer and they do something.
Peggy, I know what a floppy disk is.
Anyway, Reggie decided that the future is floppy and started phasing out our physical records and replacing them with these floppy disks. I imagine it's the same for our personnel files.
That's good to know. Since we haven't heard anything from Casey, I'm guessing Jason's okay for now. I'll check out Reggie's office and see what I can find.
You'll need a key for that. I'll just slide it under my door now.
Of
Thanks,
course you
Peggy. I'll just have to look around.
Good. I'll patch my mic down to the office so you'll hear me over the intercom.
Love that. Town is called Gallows Creek, and your radio station is Scream. Of course, you have an act straight. Just saying. Reggie's office key.
Locked tight.
Still don't know where that goes. I guess maybe it's just an exit door? I don't know. Okay, we've got a map here. It's good. Certificate is to certify that Reginald Scott has successfully completed the standard course in first aid to the injured, so that's good. We know that Reggie can do it. Station is so high tech. Okay, lots of binders. Why is my phone making noises? Sorry, this is work related. Okay, cool. From below it came. Okay, laser eraser.
Looks like I need a 4-digit code.
Okay, so this is his safe. Hint, very important date. Okay. Axe Forever. Need to write pitch document, good title, bring back original, pro tag, and villain. So he likes a lot of this sci-fi stuff. I want to believe. Okay. Insert floppy disk. Ask Jeannie where those tapes are. It's been weeks now. Overdue. Yes, I have seen the tapes on her desk. Chupacabras. Okay, you got some takeout from Chupacabras. Vertigo Weekly. It's all about the he said, she said, babe. Can't really read that. Okay. 'Kay, 'kay. 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 'Kay Alien sightings, number 75, UFO over park. There's a date. Clear sky, humid. Let's see. There's probably a slasher park and dead diner dive. Tell work you're trying to save lives here. Work can wait. You're right. You're right. And hello, Master of Splits. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for that Ponte's Pizza ad. You know, just in case we weren't getting enough. Okay. Well, I do have a floppy disk, so let's start with that.
Could this be it?
Deep cuts, top secret. Pizza delivery killer who kills with a pizza cutter. Free slice on me. Gross. Terrifyingly, there is never any pizza. What happened to the original delivery guy? Maybe write him in as final girl's boyfriend. Protagonist is college student Megan, surname to follow. She's smart, beautiful, resourceful, and lactose intolerant. Amplifies the divide between her and the pizza killer. Takes place on November 7th. Very important date for the town. Great Goose Gathering event where a large number of geese appear suddenly and save the town from starvation. What? Trying to link this into the greater story. Need to kill off Megan's support network throughout the movie, like Acts 3, but even scarier. Maybe partner with Ponte's Pizza for the launch. No. See the pizza cutter and tickets to the movie. Let's see. So 1107 is what we'll go with there.
Nice.
Oh my god, so many floppy disks. John. Me. Peggy. Bradley. Barbara. And Karen. Okay. I guess we'll just start looking through them all. The fuck was that? Where's the intercom?
Hey, Peggy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you find what we need?
I got the safe open, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for in these files.
We need to know who can do first aid, and we need them to be close to Nancy Drive. Anything further away than a street or two is probably too far. Anyone who ticks those two boxes is our best bet.
Got it. I'll take another look at the files. I'll let you know when I find something, or don't.
Okay. Newsreader. He's on Nancy Drive. That's good. John refused to engage with the first aid trainer during the course. I know he was a war medic, but it was station policy to send to everyone regardless. Ooh, okay. So he might know first aid, but he didn't do the first aid training. John apparently has a bunch of medical equipment in his home that he procured from the military at the end of his service. Is that legal? Do I need to report him? Spoke to John again about using the free samples that Brad gets sent for his reviews. He said he'd stopped, but he said that the last 3 times too. Is it un-American to reprimand a war vet? Okay, I mean, war vet sounds good. So we'll keep him on the short list. He's on Nancy Drive, and he's a war vet. So that's good. Let's see. All right, Karen. He didn't do the first aid training, but he has first aid training. Dude is gonna bleed out by the time you get him help. I've got this. I've got this. Senior producer, also on Nancy Drive. Karen has really stepped up her duties in recent months. She's fully taken on Hamish's show alongside the Timberline twins ever since Wes left us. Hopefully she doesn't get any ideas about being paid double. Karen has started mentoring Peggy. I think this will be really good for Peggy. They're even doing team building training getaways to improve efficiency. Right. Peggy did say Karen did not do the training. Update, I'm starting to suspect that these producer training getaways are being strategically timed. They've now both missed Secret Santa, first aid training, and the Teddy Gallows Jr. station visit. Well, can you blame them? Okay, so Karen is unfortunately useless. How do I throw again? No. Throw. Oh. God, I hope I don't need that later. Another good option, War Medic, unless the PSD isn't really shooting. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. Bradley. Ancient ass computer. Food critic. He lives on Axedown Lane. When I hired Brad as our station's food critic, people said I was crazy. We only have 3 takeout places and a diner. What's the point? To them, I say you can't be afraid to explore the darkest reaches of the unknown. Or Henderson. Most Karens are useless. True, night all true. Bradley and Barbara seem to be spending an awful lot of time together. I didn't realize she was so interested in Brad's work. Maybe I should join one of their after-work meetings sometime. I've always wanted to learn more about food. Don't do that. Don't do it. Brad and Barbara ended up missing most of our first aid training in this session. Brad made a joke about practicing mouth-to-mouth, and Barbara got really upset and stormed off. The joke wasn't that bad. Okay, so Brad is useless. Not surprised. Imagine recommending the same diners and the same takeovers over and over again. I know, because you think, like, what else are you going to... What else are you going to do? Like, let's go ahead and read my file. Super helpful to the injured
Get
party.
a load of this, Peggy. Apparently, I'm a lone wolf type.
Forrest, what are you doing? We don't have time for this. We have a man literally dying on the line, and we're more interested in you.
You're right, I'm sorry. I need to focus on possible candidates. I can read the rest of this later.
I made her really mad. I'm going to read this right now anyway. Show host, 1940. God, we're old. Address, come on in, Romero Street. I don't have my own place yet. I can't believe we actually got the Forrest Nash here in Gallows Creek. His motivation may be low, his demands are a bit beyond our means, and he's currently blacklisted from any reputable station. But honestly, we don't have a reputation to lose. Forrest isn't really integrating with the team, seems to have this lone wolf thing going on. Heard him call Jeannie, Janine, and Brenda in his first week. Hopefully this changes when he gets settled. I paired Forrest with Peggy for his show. They seem to have developed a relationship of sorts pretty quickly, which is good because we sure don't have the show budget to pair him with Karen. What the does that mean? You agree with Peggy for once? Yeah, they slowly review each meal. Like, and today we're checking out the cheeseburger. And tomorrow we'll check out the chicken tenders. All right, let's see. Barbara. It kind of gave the implication that she also missed the training, though. Oh, what is this? Clive, if you're reading this, stop stealing my post-it notes. Let's see. Barbara is really getting on well with all the staff here. Everybody gave her great feedback at our last review. I get the feeling there's something going on with her and Brad. Call it a hunch. Barbara got another cat recently. She must have at least 5 now. Daisy, Murphy, Penelope, Freddie, and Lord Winston. I love that our boss felt it necessary to list the names of all our cats. I'll need to monitor productivity going forward. The cat photos are a big distraction for the rest of the team. Are they? Barbara laughed when I told her about the concept for my new horror script. I don't care what she thinks. A story about an alien egg at the center of the Earth set to hatch on February 30th is a great idea. Why else would we avoid having a February 30th? Okay. Nothing wrong with having lots of cats. Alright, and let's read Peggy's file.
Hey, Peggy. I think Reggie's on to you and Karen. Maybe don't bring those little drink umbrellas into work for a while.
What? Why are you reading my file? You need to find someone who can help Casey. We already know I can't. Don't waste time.
You're right. I'm sorry. I need to focus on possible candidates. I really shouldn't have read both. We're in a hurry.
I feel like the game is telling me something here. But I was afraid if I didn't, they wouldn't let me do it later. Never seen somebody gel with everybody as quickly as Peggy has. Her, Karen, and Barbara have really become a little family already. Maybe we need to run the station on girl power. Hopefully it's cheaper than electric. Sometimes I wonder if Peggy secretly wants her own show. She hasn't been shy about getting involved in the calls on the screen. Sometimes it feels as though Forrest could just leave for a coffee mid-call and nobody would know. Peggy and Karen have missed another work event, this time first aid training, because of their training sessions. Their collection of cocktail parasols grows after each session? Why are they doing training sessions at a bar? So I feel like our best bet is this war vet. We know that Reggie has done the training too, but do we know where he lives? I don't know if she knows where Reggie lives. And he didn't have a file on himself for some reason. Just means she talks about her cats all the time. Well, yeah, probably. This morning I had the big breakfast from Gallows Creek Diner. It was so delicious, you'll most likely see me again there tomorrow morning. Alright, John Hedges.
Hey, Peggy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you find what we need?
I think I know who our best bet is to help Casey and Jason.
All right, good work. Who should I...
Hello? Is anybody there? Please pick up.
Casey, I'm here. What's wrong?
Jason started going pale. I tried to get him to rest, but he just threw up everywhere.
That's not good.
What's happening? What do I do?
God, it sounds like he's going into shock. Casey, just stay calm. It's going to be okay.
But the bleeding seems to slow down. Did I mess up? Jason, I'm sorry.
Casey, calm down. You've done everything right. I need you to listen to me, okay? For Jason.
What did the nurse say to do about shock?
Casey, I need you to elevate Jason's legs. We need to get the blood flowing to his vital organs.
Got it. Jason, stay with me. I'm just gonna move you. This might hurt. Okay. I propped his legs up on some boxes.
I'm looking at my notes. We need to get Jason as warm and comfortable as possible. Do you have anything you could use nearby, Casey?
Yeah. I still have some laundry next to me. I'll wrap him in some blankets. Just give me a second. Sorry.
Poor
Sorry.
Jason.
Jason's bleeding through his bandages. Should I get him new ones? Or... Oh, God.
Don't remove the bandage. Apply another one on top of it. Do you still have something you can use?
I'm using the laundry to keep him warm. So... I'll use the cleaning rags on the car. They don't look dirty. I'll fix his bandage and get him warm. Hold on, please. Sorry. I'm done.
Bleeding out for 20
You're gonna
minutes.
be okay, Jason. Just relax now, okay? I'm scared. He's not doing well. Is he? Is he gonna?
Casey, I need you to be strong for Jason. Sit with him and reassure him that everything's gonna be okay. Okay?
Okay. Please. I can't give him what he needs. Please sit down. I can't lose him.
All right, Forrest, we need to hurry. Jason doesn't sound like he's doing too well. You said you knew who to call earlier? Who was it?
We need to call John Hedges. He lives on Nancy Drive. He didn't really participate in the first aid training, but he's a former war medic. He's probably the most trained person we have.
Really? I never really spoke to him before. A war medic, huh?
Yeah, and according to Reggie's notes, John keeps all of his old equipment at his house. He's something of a hoarder.
All right. What's his number?
5420735.
Calling now. Let's hope he picks...
Who the hell is this calling me at? What time is it?
It is like
John,
the
it's
middle of
Forrest
the night.
Nash here at K-Fam. We have an emergency and we need your help.
Forrest, if this is a work emergency, then it can wait until the goddamn morning. Just leave me a note like everybody else.
What is he? He's our newsreader.
A man has been stabbed by the Whistling Man, or... Never mind. He's lost a lot of blood, and he's passed out. We need you to help him.
The Whistling Man? What kind of joke is this?
John, we're not kidding. A man is gonna die if we don't help him right now.
Seriously, I haven't been called on for over 10 years. Where's the patient? What's his
condition?
He's at 25 Nancy Drive. I think we got his friend to stem the bleeding, but he's gone into shock. He's passed out right now.
You say he was stabbed? Do you know the extent of his injuries?
From what we were told, he has 2 major stab wounds. One to the stomach and one to the leg. The knife is still in his leg, and the stomach wound is open.
Understood. Let me grab a few supplies and I'll head right over. Damned if he dies on my watch.
Thank you, John. We'll let him know you're on your way.
Good luck.
Hello, Casey. Are you there? How are we doing?
Bad. Jason seemed really weak and then just started thrashing.
When he was thrashing around, did he hurt you in any way? Or are you okay?
I'm
job.
fine, but Jason passed out. Please tell me you found someone to help.
Casey, help is on the way. My colleague will be there soon.
You hear that, Jason? Someone is coming. You're gonna be just fine. Just hold on for me, okay? Just hold on.
Come on.
Hello, Casey. John Hedges.
Oh, he got there fast. Good.
Please let me in. I'm guessing that's Jason there. Casey, I'm gonna need your help. Forrest, Peggy, don't you two worry. We've got this from here.
Okay. Forrest, we'll call you back later. I have to go now.
Good luck, everyone. God, I hope he's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be fine.
And with that, the show moves on. We're sending our best wishes to Jason.
'Cause we're totally worried about the show. So
Well, after all that excitement, I think we could use some music.
Come back upstairs when you're ready.
we call John. Bleeding dude is the one who needs help, I assume. Look, he hasn't been called on for a while. Okay, he's a little rusty.
It's getting pretty late. This might be your last break for the night, so try to enjoy it. Give me a buzz when you want to go back on air.
You're saying I should go look for something? I mean, I don't think I have much else to look at. I feel like I've been as thorough as I could be.
Let's roll.
You got it. We've got another call coming through, too. When you're ready, shut the music off.
Welcome back to 189.16, The Scream. I believe we have another caller on the line.
Coffee in a bathroom break.
How are you tonight, caller?
Forrest, it's me, Roller Ricky. Oh, and Maxie's here too.
Hey, Maxie.
Good to hear from you again. How are you both doing?
Aw, we're good, man, thanks to you. You're like our guardian angel.
That wouldn't be a bad look for you, Forrest. A little White Wing Halo number? Maybe something for the K-Fam Halloween party.
Oh boy.
All right, everyone, let's calm down. Ricky, I'm just glad we could help you and Maxie.
Is there anything else we can help you with, Ricky?
Actually, I think I have some info that might help you.
When your shift is over, you're gonna go home and nobody will answer the 911 calls. Hopefully Leslie will be back by then. Funeral arrangements for the one business owner and the old guy.
Did you see or hear anything during the attack earlier?
Not exactly. You see, man, me and Jason know each other.
You know each other?
Yeah, we went to Gallows High and played on the football team together.
Mm-hmm.
He was a gnarly offensive linesman, and I was our star wide receiver. Runner Ricky, they called me.
All right, and what does that have to do with tonight?
Well, because George, the guy who drowned, he was on our team too.
Tell me about him. What was George like?
I didn't know him for long, man. Sad to say. We had our first team party on the night he drowned. He seemed like such a good dude.
Ricky, were you there when George drowned?
No, man. Once the party turned, I beat feet out of there. Man, I remember George and his girl there.
Maisie.
There was a whole lot of love, man. I could see it, you know?
Ricky, please. What was her name?
I never got her name, man. He just called her Bean. I didn't really know her before or see her after that.
Then what did she look like? Please, tell us anything you remember.
I just remember a pretty girl, man. I'm sorry.
Ricky, you said the party didn't last long. What happened?
We were just having a good time, and then the next thing I knew, everyone was running for their life. I looked up and saw a goddamn whistling man in the trees. And I never ran so fast in my life. I ran straight home. Didn't know about George until next morning at school.
I'm guessing it was whistling night, wasn't it? That the whistling man was just another kid.
Yeah. I don't know how George died, but I always felt like if anyone deserved to die that night, it should have been me. And
Maybe if you hadn't run, oh my god.
Ricky, it wasn't your fault. You're not a bad person.
I know that now, man. It took a long time to learn, but yeah, just thought I'd tell you all what I know.
Thank you, Ricky.
This helps. Thank you.
You got it, man. Anyway, I think it's time for me and Maxie to free up your phone lines. Thanks for listening, man. I'll let you to it.
Night, Ricky. All right, folks. Looks like we got a new lead in the case. If anyone has any info about this mysterious Bean, please call in.
If she was George's girlfriend back then, she's probably in her mid to late 30s now. Huh. Oh, we have another call coming in, but hang on.
What's up, Peggy? Peggy?
You're gonna want to take this call off the air.
Who is it?
Just do it.
All right, folks, it's time for another track. Here's one to help you sit back and relax. We'll be right back after this.
I don't know if we have any like that. Sit back and relaxing.
You're gonna love this next track. I hope this is good news, Peggy. Who have we got?
Find out for yourself on line 1.
Is it Leslie finally?
Hello?
Forrest!
Oh, thank God.
I'm glad I got back through to you. Sounds like it's been a busy night, huh?
Surprise! It's Leslie, our 911 operator.
She's finally
in
screaming.
charge from Henderson to come save us. It's so good to hear from you. Are you okay?
We're doing okay. Sarah and I are both happy to be headed back home.
We're happy to have you too. Wait, Sarah?
Oh, yeah, I mean Deputy Martinez. Anyway, we got back into radio range a little while ago. We've been listening in, but haven't been able to get through until now.
It's been non-stop since you left. Please tell us you're bringing help.
You bet! I'm leading a whole goddamn squad towards Gallows Creek as we speak. Turns out somebody had cut the phone lines. They had no idea what was happening.
That's great news. That's crazy about the phone lines, though. Do you think the whistling man cut them?
I'm guessing
yeah.
so. I
This
don't
is
know
well
how
thought out.
how the whistling man did it. But that doesn't matter right now. Listen, we're coming in hot, but we need your help. I know Gallows Creek isn't a big town, but if we don't know where the whistling man is, we can't get him. Her. That's where you come in.
You can count on us. What do you need?
It might be a long shot, but here goes. The whistling man already called up a few times. I bet she calls again. We're still a little ways out of town, so if she calls, stall her. Buy as much time as you can for us to get in. And while you're talking to her, try to figure out where she is.
Sure.
We'll be listening in, so once her location is known, we'll head straight there and end this nightmare.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. Heck, I can see the headlines now. Forrest Nash's interview of a lifetime. Anyway, I'll radio the other cars and tell them the plan is a go.
Okay.
Hopefully the next time I see you, it'll be with our killer behind bars. Take care now.
We'll see you soon, Leslie. Oh, thank God. It sounds like this is almost over. We're nearly through this.
I hope you're right. The sooner this is over, the better.
I am right. Trust me. Anyway, we should get you back on air. Taking callers is the only way to see this through. Okay,
Yay.
Forrest, shut the music off. Bringing you back live now.
Welcome back to The Scream with me, Forrest Nash. The line is lit up, but before I get to our next caller, I just want to say things are looking up. It's almost over. But for now, let's bring in our next caller. Evening, caller. This is Forrest Nash.
Hello, Forrest. This is John Hedges. I'm here with Casey. I wanted to give you an update on Jason.
John, is he going to be okay?
He's a fighter. He'll be fine. We've got him stabilized and resting in a bed. We're preparing to move him to the hospital.
Thank you so much. If you hadn't been there, then... God, I don't even want to think about what would have happened.
Of course, Casey. We're just happy he's okay.
John, Casey, you two did all the work. Tell Jason to get well soon from us, whenever he's up for it.
Well, why don't you tell him yourself?
Dawn is just around the corner.
Is this Forrest?
Jason, we meet at last.
It's good to hear you, Jason. How are you?
Oh, well, you know. I've got a hole in my stomach, and there's a knife in my leg. But John gave me something to take the edge off. So, I might feel even better than either of you. Oh.
Take it easy until you get to St. Gabriel's.
I will. But, before that, I needed to call you. I'm guessing the Whistling Man is still out there?
Yep. As far as we know, anyway.
I was worried you'd say that. God damn it.
Actually, I'm glad you called. I wanted to talk to you about what happened earlier.
Go for it.
We spoke to Roller Ricky not long after you were attacked.
You spoke to Ricky? Is he alright?
He is now. I mean, he was attacked earlier, but this call came after.
Hey, guys, I'm really sorry, but there's a call on the other line. I just need to make sure we don't have another situation brewing. You fill Jason in on what happened. I'll be right back.
Sure, Peggy. Sorry, Jason, where was I? Ah, yep. Ricky's fine. You don't need to worry about him.
That's a relief.
He told us about George.
Sounds like everything's finally coming out now. It's been tough to hold it all in.
Sounds like you've been holding back about something awful, Jason.
I'm part of the reason my best friend is dead, Forrest. And the few who knew about it said if I ever said anything, I'd find myself in jail. For a long time. It was hell. And then the town just moved on. Like he'd never existed.
What happened that night?
I went along with the stupid prank, that's what. Whistling night. Some of the guys on the football team had an idea for a way we could haze the newcomers. We decided to plan a party in the woods.
With a lawn extension cord.
Have the Whistling Man crash it. It was stupid. We each had a role. I was the stabbed friend. At the party that night, I left the group for a second. Met our Whistling Man. Pretended to get stabbed in front of everyone.
Jesus.
Started an almighty panic. Those screams. That was the last time I saw or heard George alive.
How did George die, Jason?
I don't know. I was playing dead. But when I heard her scream...
Ricky mentioned a girl named Bean. Is that who you mean?
Bean? Oh yeah. I guess George did call her that. Yeah. He called her Bean. I heard her again tonight, Forrest. Her name was...
What? What happened? Are we still on air?
No, we're not. Seems like the power is completely gone.
How do we get it back on?
I don't, we can use the emergency generator down in the basement. Reggie picked it up a while ago in case we ever needed to do an emergency broadcast.
An emergency broadcast?
Emergency? You know, nuclear war, alien attack, broadcasting a serial killer's location to the cops so we can end this nightmare.
Fair point.
It's in the storage area in the far back corner, up on the wall. You might have spotted it earlier when you were digging around for all those tapes. It'll have a big red button. Just press that. I'll see you when you're back.
Okay. Oh, it's so creepy and quiet in here now. Why do you keep blaming Peggy? Oh, I don't like how dark and creepy it is out here now. He was about to say Maisie. It began with an M. It's definitely Maisie. You think she was just listening in? I don't like this. In here? Right? Oh, I do remember seeing it.
Far back corner. Why is this station so big?
Never certain that Maisie and Dawn are the same person. I mean, not 100%, but it seems like it. It can't be.
That must be it.
Peggy can't be the killer. She's been in the booth all night. Big red button.
We've got power.
The whistling man.
I need to warn Peggy.
God, this maze of a storage room.
Peggy, are you there? Are you... Peggy!
I need to get back upstairs.
Yeah, she has a twin sister that own it together. Peggy hasn't exactly been helping her all night, just saying.
What the hell?
Oh, God. What even was that sound? God, Jesus, fuck! Oh, fuck, they just locked me in. We're on the air. Touch all the things. I mean, yeah. Isn't that what you do when you're nervous? You just hit a bunch of buttons? Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Peggy! Where'd you go?
No way. This can't be happening.
Why are you throwing the couch? Talk to me on the intercom.
A call.
Oh shit, you're right. She does have a sister. Happy birthday, Peg. Now you're great and 8. Love, M.
Did Dawn press the Peggy button? Did she want me to hit it on my end?
Where's Peggy, Don?
Have some patience, Forrest. It's almost the end of the night. Almost the end of the show. But it's not over just yet. Got a little time still. So let's make the most of it.
Fuck, you're right. Why? Serial thriller. None of this looks relevant. Just coffee. Do her drawers open? I figured out just about everything else. Just about.
What do you mean? Make the most of it how?
Well, I thought we'd end tonight's Whistling Man special with a special guest. The one who started it all. Oh, let me take that out of your mouth and...
You crazy bitch! Let me go!
Welcome to the air, Mr. Teddy Gallows Jr.
Wait.
It's all gonna come out tonight, Teddy.
Makes sense.
Your daddy and his money saved you 20 years ago. But even he crawled out of his coffin with all the money in the world.
Wait. Where the hell is Teddy? How are you talking to him if you're here with me?
Because I'm not there with you, Forrest. I'm here with Teddy. And if he says where that is, well, he knows he'll get it.
Wait, then... Who am I looking at?
Forrest Nash, let me introduce you and all of Gallows Creek to my boy, Henry Barrow.
Henry was who he played in the... was who George Barrow played in the play.
Your son? You mean you... Wait, that he...
Yes, Forrest. He and I had a son.
So there were two Whistling Men tonight. Of course. That explains how you were always able to get around town so quickly. And that's how you escaped the secret archives in the newspaper office.
Don't think I've forgotten about that, Forrest. Locking my sweet boy away like an animal.
Hang on. Did you say Barrow? Then are you?
Let me just get this mask off. Damn uncomfortable thing. No wonder Mooney went crazy wearing this. There we go.
Marie Campbell?
Not
George's
Maisie.
old girl. Oh,
Okay.
well, it sure has been years since I last
That's
saw
the other girl in the play.
God damn it.
Where are you going with all of this?
Everyone's gonna know now what Teddy did. He killed George that night. This night. 20 years ago.
Listen to me.
You're gonna talk when I talk to you. And not a moment before. Meanwhile, Forrest, I'm gonna give you the chance to talk. You're gonna help me reveal what really happened to George all those years ago.
Okay, so if that's her son, then where's Peggy?
Okay, Marie. I'll do it.
Good. Then let's talk about the night George was murdered.
Murdered? Listen,
I said you speak when you're spoken to.
Pretty bad.
Now, I know you've done some good work tonight, piecing together what happened to George 20 years ago, and that's why I want you to interview us.
Are you serious? You want me to interview you?
Am I serious? After everything tonight, you really have to ask me if I'm serious. Do a good job. And hell, you might be the only one to leave here alive.
I need to drag this out. If I can buy Leslie time to get back to Gallows Creek, and if I can find out where Marie is, then this can end. Teddy, we'll start with you. Just, talk me through what happened that night. How did it start?
How would I know? It was 20 years ago.
Teddy, be honest with me or we're both going to die.
Honest? Forrest, I'm trapped here with a psycho.
You're not helping your case,
What the hell?
Teddy.
God damn it. Okay. Our first team party was coming up. And when I saw the date it was scheduled for, I had an idea for a way we could prank the new guys.
I understand that kids in Gallows Creek know tonight as Whistling Night. I'm guessing that's what you mean?
Well, we didn't have a name for it then. It was just the night that Mooney went missing. But Whistling Night is what they'd call it later.
Wait. You mean this was the first Whistling Night?
Keep talking, Teddy.
We went up near Whistling Point. God, who was there? Me, Jason, and George, of course. But George didn't come alone. He brought Marie.
And Roller Ricky, he was there too, wasn't
Yes, Ricky was there too. Runner Ricky, our wide receiver. I helped him off the bottle, you know. Because I'm a decent man.
he? Is that so?
Yes, it is. He came apart one day. Some people do. He had some issues. Wasn't stable. I didn't want him to hurt his chances in life. So, I helped him keep himself together.
You were afraid he would talk about that night, weren't you?
Keep talking.
About midway through the night, we put the prank into action.
We looked up at the trees and saw Jason there. Bloody, like he'd just been stabbed. And the Whistling Man. Screaming. George and I and Ricky, we got left behind. But Ricky was in on it too. I know he was. He and Teddy were as close as anybody. Teddy must have told him the plan.
Did you ask Ricky if he knew or not?
I didn't see any reason to. Why?
Because Ricky phoned up earlier. He didn't know anything about it, Marie.
What?
He had no idea what was happening. He said he was as terrified as anybody. Isn't that right, Teddy? You didn't tell him, did you?
Ricky never could keep his mouth shut. If we told him, he would have given everything away.
But he... well... it doesn't matter. He didn't run his mouth enough to tell anybody about it afterwards. He's still guilty.
It was just a stupid prank.
How can you still say it was just a prank?
Oh, come on. Oh, God damn it!
You made George think Jason had been murdered. He thought his best friend was dead.
And so tonight you stabbed him for real?
It's the role he wanted to play.
Jason's still alive, Marie. He was with a friend. We talked her through how to stop the bleeding and got him professional help just in time.
Oh. Well, shame he didn't have the good sense to die earlier. He's gonna regret that. Enough about him. Me and George took off running, but somehow we got separated in the woods. I ended up near the bottom of Whistling Point, and when I noticed George wasn't with me, I panicked. And then, I don't know how he snuck up on me, but the Whistling Man grabs me. I scream, and he starts laughing, telling me it's just a joke.
I could stall for time here.
How did you feel in that moment?
I felt like nothing was real. I felt small and confused. And
Who was under the mask, Marie? Who was the Whistling Man?
it was Chuck. Chuck Brody. Laughing away. But then he stops. And he's looking up at the top of Whistling Point.
What was he looking at? Teddy, what happened next?
Nothing. I mean, it was just
Teddy?
George fell off Whistling Point.
Why'd he fall, Teddy?
He just...
You pushed him. You were up there. You were dressed as the Whistling Man too, and
I didn't push him, god damn it! I just chased him up there and he kept backing up. When I saw he was about to go over, I reached out. That's what you saw.
you liar!
It's not my fault. He didn't know it was a joke.
Of course he didn't know it was a joke.
If he'd had any brains, he would have realized. Ugh. You bitch. No one's going to believe this. After all you did.
If she's lying, why the cover-up?
My future was at stake, Nash. You know what it's like. People like us are bred for bigger things. I'm going to be the mayor of this town, Forrest. And then governor. And then
Yeah, he seems a little
who
dumb.
knows? What happened that night was tragic. It should never have happened. But it was a mistake. It was just a stupid joke gone wrong. So my father sent Clive out to clean it up. Why should a blip ruin my future?
George was a blip?
He wasn't a blip, Marie.
His father covered it up from there. I searched for George's body all night, but
Sandra found him the next morning while out jazz running.
she found him in the river, but she lied about that to protect Teddy.
She said something about her rent going up, unless she... Teddy, did your father own Sandra Sharp's dance studio?
It's Gallows Creek, not Sharp Creek.
I'd answer the question if I were you, Teddy.
Yes, okay. We own most of the town.
That's it then. Your father was going to run her out of business, unless she lied and said she found him in the reservoir instead of the river.
What my father did in his business dealings is nothing to do with me.
The false reports. That's why you killed Sheriff Matthews, too, isn't it, Maria? Not just to get him out of the way, but...
Everyone was in on it, Forrest. Even the coroner wrote a fake report. Said George was drinking. That he just got himself into trouble. And
I saw. I'm sorry. For all it's worth, Virginia didn't have much of a choice. She had a sick sister whose treatment she couldn't afford. She played along with the gallows to save her sister's life. And her own.
even still, she should have told the truth. I did my part. I tried everything I could think of. I even went to the newspaper, but no. That coward killed the story.
That's why she went after him.
We'll take care of Maurice Russell later.
This has to stop, Marie.
Never should have started. I shouldn't have pushed my George off the cliff. He should have been punished. But it's coming to a stop. At least for now. Here, where George and I first met, before he joined your football team, was right after he shot the winning throw.
Wait a sec. Gallows Creek High, in the gymnasium.
That's right, Forrest. Not that it matters, but yes, we're here. Anyway, I think that about wraps up the interview with Teddy. So...
Marie? Where? Oh my god.
Peggy!
Teddy?
You gotta help me.
Peggy went there?
Quiet. You'll talk more later. Now I have to talk to someone who mattered more than you ever did. Peggy. It's been so long since I've seen your face. I worried you wouldn't come.
Marie! Oh my god. I thought you...
And here I was, thinking you'd forgot me.
I'd never forget my own sister.
Will someone please explain to me what's happening?
Wanna explain, Peggy?
Earlier, while you were speaking to Jason, I got a call. Do you remember?
Yes.
Well, it was from Dawn. She said that my sister Marie was there that night George died, and that I should come to the gym for a reunion.
And when you walked in, you found out.
That my sister is the Whistling Man.
Good to see you too, Peggy.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
She's not evil.
She said that it was my last chance to see my sister. I knew if I told you, you'd try to stop me or come with me when we need you on the radio. And I just...
I'm sorry. This has to be a lot for you.
I just... What happened to you, Marie? You just disappeared one day.
Disappeared? I was thrown out, Peggy. I begged Mom and Dad to do something about what happened that night, but did they care? No. They told me to stay quiet. They only cared when they learned I'd been with George. And...
Marie, I'm so sorry. I never knew.
It's not your fault. Really, it's Mom and Dad I should be seeing right now. But since they're dead and gone, well... I'll have to settle for the next best thing.
Oh shit. Yeah, so I do remember Peggy saying that, like, her dad died and she took her stepdad's last name, which is why she's a Weaver now instead of, I guess, a Campbell.
Wait. Is that why you went after that kid in the maze, Eugene Stein? Because his parents?
That's right. Eugene's parents were there that night, too. But they got themselves killed in a bus accident. And since only their child was left...
Marie, please.
Mom and Dad are gone, Peggy. Besides, you forgot me. Just like the rest. You forgot.
Marie, Peggy never forgot about you.
Keep your mouth shut.
She kept a card from you. She kept it here on her desk.
What card?
The card you made me for my 8th birthday.
What does it say then?
Happy birthday, Peg. Now you're great and 8. Love, M.
Henderson police! Freeze!
No! Henry! Get out of there!
Peggy!
We have 2 wounded, and we're in pursuit of the suspect.
Henderson police! Freeze!
Forrest!
Leslie, how's Peggy?
She's been cut pretty bad, but we're here now.
I'll be okay. God, Marie!
Hey, Zara! I need you to look after Peggy. She needs help. Now, we got here just in the nick of time.
Where's Marie?
She bolted right as we got here. The police are right on her heels. It won't be long now. It's over, Forrest.
Are you sure?
Well, folks, it was a long night, but we made it through together.
Did we?
I'm gonna head off to go check on Peggy. This has been Forrest Nash.
How am I gonna get out of here? How should I sign off the show? It's been a scream.
Let's make tomorrow better.
How am I gonna get out of here? I'm locked in here. Oh god, it's showing all the people that died. Why am I in the basement? Okay. Oh hey look, I get to see what we look like. I felt like I did better than I...
Come in. One suspect is in custody. Trail the other suspect into the nearby woods.
It's a killer frequency.
Cool song.
I can feel my heartbeat and it's bursting out of my chest. But the radio's on and it's playing the song we love best. I can.
Yeah, the party escape really messed me up there. I didn't realize I lost everyone except for Cynthia.
Suspect cornered at the top of Whistling Point.
And I got an achievement for everyone that I saved, so that tends to imply to me that I could have gotten everybody killed, including myself. Let's see, Jennifer Scott, Cynthia... yeah, all of these four... Scott, Cynthia, Tammy, Hot Dave, Chad, Heather, Lisa, and Seth.
Nobody else has to get hurt.
All died at the party.
No, stop! Suspect has jumped.
Into the water.
Officer Lugo, do you have a visual? Negative. No sign of the suspect anywhere.
God. Really need to put a fence? Yeah. Yeah, I got most of it. I thought it was gonna be Maisie, not the other girl, but... I'm curious how I could have gotten Mr. Gallows killed. I guess if we piss her off or tell her to hit him or something. Like maybe if we don't help. I'm curious what I would have had to have said that would have triggered her killing him. Oh, okay. I guess that was the end of the credits. Well then. That was interesting. I kind of want to play it again and try and save everybody at some point though. Let me see my achievements. You guys can't see this, I don't think, but... Yeah, there's got to be a way to save everybody. There's an achievement for saving nobody. But interesting. But for the most part, I did pretty good. I felt like, ask him where he was. Oh, that's true. That's true. If I tried to get Teddy to help too much, that's true. I'm also curious what I would have had to have done to get Peggy killed, because it says Peggy could have died. I assume. I don't know. But Peggy wasn't evil, so therefore you owe her an apology. That's all I'm gonna say. But that was interesting. I liked that a lot, actually. Not mentioning the card. Oh, like maybe if I didn't look at it? Possibly. And then she would have killed her. Not get the cops there in time. That's valid. Yeah, if I didn't delay Dawn enough. Also valid. But yeah, that was super cool. I liked that a lot. I liked that when I, was watching it back and putting together more details, that like it does all make sense. Because at first you're kind of like, wow, this is really random and they're, everywhere. But it does eventually all make sense. So that was really interesting. I liked the style of me doing, like, being over the radio. So I'm trying to help all these people, but I'm not actually there. So that it isn't like running from the killer. It's all mystery and all that. I really liked this game. Thank you very much, Night Owl. I hadn't heard of this one before, so this was actually quite a bit of fun. So yeah, I thought this was great. I'm not entirely sure what I'll be doing next week instead of this. Well, so here's the thing. If Night Owl has more games for me to play, which wouldn't surprise me because of the way she is, I might do that. Or I could use Thursday nights to play a game with Heck, because we have a couple of spooky games that I feel like would fit to the spooky criteria. But yeah, I liked this a lot. This was a lot of fun. They did leave it open for a sequel. Sullivan said there's no body, so the door is open for Killer Frequency 2. Whistling Boogaloo. Yeah, I think it sounded like they caught Harry, which is good. But they did not catch Marie, which is not good. But we did, to be fair, we were saying, we as an audience, were saying the entire time that blasting all of that on the radio was probably not great, because she wouldn't have known, like, where Henry, you're right. We wouldn't have known where he was, so she, like, wasn't, she let him out and all that. Like, some of us broadcasting it on the radio, I feel like caused problems. Just saying. Because then they always knew where the other one was and what was going on and who lived. And because I was like, we're lucky that, they never double backed on anybody that we rescued. They could have easily listened to the radio and be like, wait, they didn't die. Let's go back, So I still feel like we got lucky. I feel like we still, I thought like we did pretty good. But of course you have another game, but you can play with Heck if you want. Okay, we'll discuss it. We'll figure it out. I'll talk with you. We'll see. As always, I appreciate everyone's here tonight, though, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye!